I rise in very cautious support of this bill. To speak frankly, this bill is taking away people's property rights. For the first time in our history, the state is stepping in to take over and shut down an entire sport. It is the government deciding that an industry of people that have been built, people have built with their own hands, their own money, and their own passion no longer deserves to exist. I know emotions run hot on this issue, but when feelings are running high, that's exactly when Parliament needs to keep its head. Because behind all the noise, we cannot forget the people whose lives are being upended by this. When the Labour New Zealand First and Greens government rushed through their Firearms Ban Act stood with the people affected. We went out and listened, we heard their frustration and their sense of betrayal. Today, this House and its members must do the same for the Greyhound community. They deserve to be heard, not shut out and dismissed. Unlike some, I, alongside ACT MPs, have met the people affected. I went to the races in Christchurch to see the sport in action. I have sat down with Greyhound Racing New Zealand, with owners, trainers and their families who have poured generations of work and love into the sport. What we have here is heartbreaking. They have written letters, they've asked for meetings, they've begged for a chance to be heard since this was announced, and they have been ignored. These people are not the type of people that some people make them out to be, villains. They are good, hard-working New Zealanders who have done everything the government has asked of them. They have followed the rules. They have poured millions of dollars into ensuring the safety of these animals during their racing lives, as well as getting them rehomed. They love their greyhounds, and they are now being told that their livelihoods are being taken away while other people in this community and in this House celebrate. I keep hearing the argument that greyhound racing has lost its social licence. But I ask, how long until it's rodeo or rodeo? How long until it's the horses? If the government can erase an entire industry because it's politically convenient, then no one is safe. What we're saying is that if enough people shout loudly, the state can trample over property rights, over livelihoods and over communities built through generations. This is not just about racing. It's about property rights. It's about fairness. It's about a group of people, especially in rural New Zealand, who are losing a community. And there are some big questions that the Select Committee will need to answer. What will happen to the leftover assets built up over decades? What happens to TAB revenue from betting on dog racing outside New Zealand? And what happens to the 1,000-odd people who depend on this work to feed their families? When the state takes something as fundamental as private property, it must answer to the people it is taking it from. My message to every MP and minister here: go and meet the people this bill affects. Look them in the eye. Hear their stories, because this isn't about a faceless industry. It's about families generations deep who are now on the verge of losing everything. The people in this industry aren't responsible for what past governments or ministers have done or spent. They deserve respect, understanding and the basic dignity of being met face to face, and the least that we can do is listen to them. Thank you, Madam Speaker.